Hey, what's going on everybody? It's Keegan here. I'm back with another video for you guys, and today I'm back with another questions and answers video. This is going to be questions and answers number 47 for February 2024. And I kind of want to make this intro pretty quickly because I have a lot of questions to answer today. I have a total of 44 questions to answer today, and damn, that's a lot of questions. So yeah. And as always, I'll be answering each question in alphabetical order by username. So let's not waste any more time and let's take a look at today's questions. The first four questions are listed in one comment and they all come from Alan Parker. And his questions are the following. 1. What is your opinion on The Shining? 2. What is your opinion on Point Break, 1991? 3. What is your opinion on Friends? And 4. What is your favorite A24 films? Number 1, Shining's a classic movie. I actually watched it for the first time a little while ago and I really enjoyed it. And I also read the novel that it was based on too, and I also really enjoyed the novel. I'm actually curious into checking out the 3-part miniseries that came out back in '97. I know it's not nearly as well received as the film, but apparently it's a pretty faithful to the source material, supposedly. But yeah, I am curious into checking out the 3-part miniseries one day. I think it's actually going to be getting a Scream Factory release pretty soon on Blu-ray. I'm not sure though. I think it is, actually. Anyways, number 2, I haven't seen Point Break or the remake. I know the original had Keanu Reeves in it. Again, I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it. 3, I've answered this one many times in the past, and I'm going to answer it again. I could not get into Friends. It wasn't really for me. But if you like the show, it's fine. I just couldn't get into it. And 4, that's a tough one. There's a lot of great films from A24 that I really love, like Midsommar, Hereditary, The Iron Claw, The Zone of Interest, which I actually talked about recently on my channel, The Whale, and many others, especially Waves, which is this movie right here you see on that wall. I have a poster for that one. That's a great movie. And yeah, those are some of my favorite A24 films that I can think of at the moment. And those are the questions from Alan Parker, and thanks for your questions, Alan Parker. And now let's move on to the other questions I have to answer for today. The next 3 questions are separated into 3 comments, and they all come from Andy Keyshore. And the first of the 3 questions from Andy Keyshore is, do you think that YouTube's policy of needing 1,000 subscribers to be monetized is complete garbage? I don't know, to be honest. I personally think it kind of makes sense that you need 1,000 subscribers to get monetized, because that's kind of when you make it big, when you reach like 1,000 subs, and then I guess that's when the money starts rolling in. I guess it kind of makes sense, but that's just me. But I find some of the policies of the whole demonetizations kind of dumb. Like, you can't swear in your videos and shit like that. And that stuff is why alternatives like Patreon and so on exist. But yeah. The next one from Andy Keyshore is, are you aware of Despicable Me 4, which is coming out on July 3rd, 2024? That's coming out on my 23rd birthday. I think there was one of the other Despicable Me movies came out on July 3rd. I think that might have been the second one. I don't know. Let me look it up really quick. Let me see. Oh shit, yeah, the second movie. That one was released on July 3rd, 2013. That would have been the day of my 12th birthday. Interesting. But yeah, I'm aware of it. They released the trailer for it not that long ago. I think it was like 1 or 2 weeks ago when they released the trailer for it. It looks okay, I guess. It looks better than the third one. I haven't seen the previous movie, Minions: The Rise of Gru. I've seen the other ones though. I don't know if I'm gonna see it. I don't really have much interest in a lot of these new animated movies, mostly because I just don't have much interest in checking them out for some reason. I didn't like the previous Despicable Me movie, Despicable Me 3. I don't know, I just didn't like that one. But yeah. And the last one from Andy Kishore before we move on is, do you think that AI should be used to make an entire movie from start to finish? Hell no. They should keep AI out of the industry. Like, I don't know why would someone want to make an entire movie using AI instead of using real people, or just why? There is no reason to make an entire movie using AI. And of course there was a strike. The strike happened because some dickhead decided to use scripts written by AI instead of real people. But no, keep that shit away. And AI generated art does not count as art. I don't care what anyone says. Yeah. Anyway, so those are the questions from Andy Kishore, and thanks for the questions, Andy. And let's move on. The next 10 questions come from Branson Fan, the Terminator fan, and all 10 of his questions are listed under one comment. And the questions are the following. 1. What is your opinion on Need for Speed? 2. What is your opinion on the Marine? 3. What is your opinion on Rock of Ages? 4. What is your opinion on Sleeping with the Enemy? 5. What is your opinion on the Taken film series? 6. What is your opinion on Going in Style? 7. What is your opinion on Star Wars The Last Jedi? 8. What is your opinion on 12 Rounds? 9. What is your opinion on Mission Impossible 3? And 10. What is your opinion on Fight Club? Number 1, if you're talking about the Need for Speed video games, I've only played like 2, 3, or maybe 4 of them. They're pretty good. I haven't seen the 2014 movie, which I'm assuming is what you're talking about. Yeah. Number 2, I've never seen The Marine. Number 3 and 4, I have not seen Rock of Ages or Sleeping with the Enemy. Number 5, I've only seen the first 2 Taken movies. The first one's pretty good, and the second one wasn't very good. I have not seen the third one, but I heard that one was bad. And I'm not in a rush to seeing it either way. Anyways. 6, I have not seen Going in Style, nor the original or a remake, or I think there was actually an original Going in Style. Let me see. Oh yeah, there was. I have not seen the 1979 or the 2017 film. Heard of them though. 7, Star Wars The Last Jedi. Mediocre, I guess. It was meh. It was okay. I haven't seen it since I saw it in theaters. 8, I have not seen 12 Rounds. 9, Mission Impossible 3 is pretty good. It's the only one in the series that I've seen so far. And 10, Fight Club, classic. One of my local theaters in my area is actually going to be screening that movie pretty soon. I think I might go see it. We'll see. But yeah, great movie. And a great book too. And those are the questions from Branson Fan, the Terminator fan. And thanks for your questions. Alright, so the next question comes from Chase Shepard. And his question is, what is your least favorite genre of movies? Now, before I answer that, I believe it's important for everyone to explore all the different genre of movies. If you're a big movie person like me. Now, of course, not every genre of movie will appeal to everyone, but there might be one or maybe a few movies in a certain genre that you're not a fan of that you'll probably like. But if I had to pick my least favorite genre of movies, it would have to be between musicals, comedies, action movies, superhero movies, and yeah, those are all I can think of at the moment. But I just want to say I don't hate all these genre of movies, but there are a couple movies in these genres. Well, maybe a few in a few of these genres that I like, but in general, I'm just not a big fan of these genres. For musicals, for example, now I know I've said this many times in the past, and I'll probably say it again in the future videos, but I am really not all that big into musicals. They're just not really my cup of tea. But there are a couple musical films that I do enjoy, like the Rocky Horror Picture Show, the Little Shops of Horrors movie from the 80s, Across the Universe, and a couple of other ones. But there are a few musical films that I do enjoy, but in general, musicals aren't really for me. For comedies, I do enjoy some comedies, but comedy is probably the genre I watch, one of the few genres that I probably watch the least amount, along with Western movies and musicals. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some great comedies out there, like The 40-Year-Old Virgin, Blazing Saddles, and a couple of other ones, but I'm more of into dark comedies. But I don't really like a lot of. I'm not really into most comedies these days because they just don't really appeal to me, and they're just not really as funny as some of the films I mentioned. But that's not to say I don't like comedies in general, but it's just I just don't really watch comedies as much. But there are some great comedies out there. But like I said, comedy isn't my favorite genre of movies. Um, for superhero movies, there are a few that I like Watchmen, the Dark Knight trilogy, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies from the 2000s, and a couple of other ones. But these days, there's just too many superhero movies. I don't particularly like any of the MCU or the DCU movies. They just don't really appeal to me. And I know a lot of the newer ones are getting some bad reviews and stuff. But much like the other genres I mentioned here, superhero movies they're just not for me, but there are a few that I like. And action movies, the same deal. There are some great action movies, but I find there's a lot of action movies that reuse the same genre. Reuse the same plot and storylines over and over again that have been done to death. And some are just so generic. But yeah. But that's not to say I hate action movies. There are a couple that I like the James Bond movies, John Wick movies, and etc. But some of them are just generic to me. But then again, they're not all bad. But I hope that answers your question. So thanks for your question, Chase Shepard. I've rambled on for a little too long, but yeah, let's get back on the saddle, shall we? All right, everybody. So the next 6 questions all come from Donkey Man, and they're all separated into 6 comments. The first of the 6 questions is, what is your opinion on Elf from 2003? It's a pretty good Christmas movie. It's not my favorite, but it is a pretty good movie. It is pretty funny too. The next one, what is your opinion on Tombstone from 1993? I've never seen it, but I hear it's a great Western movie, but maybe someday I'll check it out. The next one, what is your opinion on game remasters? They can be a bit of a hit or a miss, I guess. Some of them are good and some of them are bad. I don't really play too many remasters. I mostly play the original game, I guess. Next one, what is your opinion on The Wizard of Oz? Great movie. It's a classic. Haven't seen it in a long time though, but it is a great movie. Did you know there is a Criterion Collection release of Citizen Kane? Yeah, I'm aware of it. Maybe I'll get it one day, but we'll see. And the last one from Donkey Man is, what do you like better, Buffy the Vampire Slayer or Angel? I don't know. They're both great shows. But I can't decide which one I like better. They're both really good shows. But yeah, those are the questions from Donkey Man, and thanks for your questions, Donkey Man. And questions are listed under one comment. They all come from MVs Movie Corner, and the 5 questions are the following: 1. What is your opinion on Poor Things with Emma Stone? 2. What is your opinion on Road to Perdition with Tom Hanks? 3. What is your opinion on 1917 with director Sam Mendes? 4. What is your opinion on Patton with George C. Scott? And 5. What is your opinion on 2001: A Space Odyssey? Number 1, Poor Things is a fantastic movie and is my favorite movie from last year. 2, Road to Perdition is a great movie and was also Paul Newman's last movie before he retired and then passed away in 2008. 3, 1917 was good, but I didn't love it as much as other people did. I might actually revisit that one day. I haven't seen it since I saw it in the theaters, but I do remember liking it, but not quite as much as a lot of people did. 4, haven't seen Patton yet, but I have it on Blu-ray, but maybe I'll check it out someday. And 5, 2001: A Space Odyssey is a great movie. and a classic for sure. And yeah, so those are the questions from MVs Movie Corner, and thanks for your questions. 10 questions come from Super Mario Branson for kids, and they're all listed under 10. I mean, all 10 questions are listed under one comment. And the questions are the following: 1. What is your opinion on Steve Carell? 2. What is your opinion on Gattaca? 3. What is your opinion on the Skeleton Key? 4. What is your opinion on Top Gun Maverick? 5. What is your opinion on Miami Vice? 6. What is your opinion on A Quiet Place? 7. What is your opinion on When Harry Met Sally? 8. What is your opinion on the Bond films? 9. What is your opinion on G.I. Jane? And 10. What is your opinion on Jack Reacher, starring Tom Cruise? 1. Steve Carell is a great actor. 2. 2 and 3. I have not seen Gattaca or the Skeleton Key. 4. Top Gun Maverick is a great sequel. I actually like that one better than the first one. 5. I've never seen Miami Vice, neither the TV show or the Michael Mann film from 2006. 6. I have seen both Quiet Place movies. Both are pretty good, and I know there's a new one coming out in June. They actually released a trailer for it. I think it was 2 days ago. I actually haven't checked out the trailer yet, but yeah, there's a new one coming out. 7. I have not seen When Harry Met Sally. 8. The Bond films are pretty good. I'm actually revisiting them because I'm reviewing them all, which part 2 is going to be coming out pretty soon. 9 and 10. I have not seen G.I. Jane or Jack Reacher, but I've heard of them. And those are the questions from Super Mario Branson for kids. And thanks for your questions, and let's move on. Alright everybody, there's only 5 questions left, and they all come from That Movie Nerd 44, and they're all separated into 5 comments. And then after that, we'll be done with the video. So, the first one from That Movie Nerd 44 is, what do you think of the infamous John Crick Fus? I have no idea how you pronounce it. He created shows like Ren and Stimpy, but he is otherwise known for his controversial actions. I've heard of him. Ren and Stimpy was a weird show. The creator himself was a fucking weirdo and a piece of shit too. I can tell you that. The next one is, have you watched the 1989 Patrick Swayze film Roadhouse? Do you know there's also an upcoming 2024 remake starring Swayze's Donnie Darko co-star Jake Gyllenhaal? Never seen Roadhouse, but I've heard of it, and I know there is a remake coming out. The remake actually looks kind of decent, but again, I haven't seen the original. Maybe I'll check it out one day, though. Anyways, next one is, what do you think of actor Robert Carlile? Robert Carlile is a great actor. He was in movies like Ravenous, 28 Weeks Later, and a couple of other ones. The next one from That Movie Nerd 44 is, have you heard of Kingdom of Heaven, the 2005 historical drama by Ridley Scott? The director's cut is considered by many as one of Ridley Scott's best work. I've heard of it, but never seen it. Maybe I'll check it out one day. But I know that the director's cut version is the superior version of the film, which when I watch it, I'll probably watch the director's cut version, most likely. And the last one from That Movie Nerd 44, and also the last question for this video is, have you heard of Alexander, the 2004 Oliver Stone historical epic starring Colin Farrell? It had divisive reactions from people, but I heard good things about the final cut and the ultimate cut. I've never seen it, but I've heard of it, and I know it's gotten mixed reviews, but apparently those two said cuts of the film are better. And I think it might have been compared to another movie that came out that same year, which was Troy. I did see Troy a long time ago. I remember that one being pretty good. But yeah, I haven't seen Alexander, but I've heard of it. And yeah, so those are all the questions from That Movie Nerd 44, and that's going to be it for this video, you guys. Thanks for watching, and special thanks to everybody for submitting their questions. And if you'd like me to answer some questions in the next Q&A video, leave them in the comments below, and I will gladly answer them. And as always, there will be a new questions and answers video every second Friday of every month. So, yeah, so stay tuned for more. But anyways, guys, that's all I got to say. So until next time, this is Keegan Shepard signing off. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. And yeah, take care, everybody. Peace out. Bye-bye.